Dear participants of Tech Innovation 2021, as a newly appointed Estonian ambassador to Singapore, I'm especially honored to give you some remarks at this fascinating event with focus on green solutions. If a country of 1.3 million people decides to open an embassy so far from home, like Singapore, that means that we have a very special potential and unused opportunities between Estonian and Singaporean people, talents, and our companies, and especially in the field of tech industry. And I feel the same from the Singaporean side. Despite the small size, our countries have managed to become world champions in so many areas. Just to name e-governance, digital society, education, talents, innovation, cybersecurity, and so on. We are both known globally to be the unicorn nations due to our vibrant startup communities and innovative digital solutions. Only last month, many of our unicorns, fintech unicorn Wise, was valued at the London Stock Exchange up to $11 billion. In Estonia currently, we have up to 11,000 startup companies, which for our nation means that there is one startup company per every 8 person in my country. Estonia, the most advanced digital society, welcomes also talents and entrepreneurs from other countries. And we have set up an e-residency program to offer people from abroad to also use the opportunities of Estonian digital and startup society opportunities without being physically in Estonia. With Singapore, we also share the global top rankings of the OECD PISA education tests. Educated labor is a key for innovative entrepreneurship and for finding truly green solutions for our planet. So, innovative technologies, skilled professionals, and Nordic business ethics, that makes Estonia a smart choice to invest and to work with. Enterprise Estonia, also present here in Singapore, helps you to connect with the leading Estonian companies in various areas, such as hybrid cloud solutions, intelligent building, software for critical disease management and rehabilitation, edible insect mass rearing technology, companies that have unique experience in building up Estonia's e-governance system, notably also the digital economy, identity, and secure data exchange infrastructure. I'm happy to present this year Tech Innovation event, 5 highly successful Estonian companies, which bring the knowledge exactly from the areas I mentioned before. So they are Cybernetica, Barkbox, CoNurse, Bisly, and Waldur by University of Tartu. They all bring unique Estonian experience and solutions to you, and this has been used in Estonia and in many countries already before. And please find ways to link up with them during this event. And Estonia is always open for new talents and new ideas. So extra bonus from Estonian side, we have unlimited, untouched nature, which is a great place for recharging yourself in any time in total quietness. So please take this opportunity and come to Estonia or work with Estonians. Thank you for your attention.
Hi, my name is Indrek. I'm a member of the board at Bisly, and we are safeguarding our future by reducing energy consumption in the housing sector. Our cutting-edge building automation system makes saving energy simple and provides cleaner and healthier living and working conditions by intelligently managing the building's heating, ventilation, air conditioning, lighting, and other important functions on a single cloud platform. Our sales model is mostly business to business, so our clients are mostly real estate developers, funds, and building unions. So why is the single cloud platform that important? Well, obviously for the end user, it means that the user can access everything conveniently at one place on one single app. But we've taken two steps further. We have reduced the pain for the integrators, installers, support staff, and building managers. Because usually those costs take up to 60% of the total system costs. These are the indirect costs, the overhead that everyone wants to avoid. And we've been able to reduce that significantly with our system, our clever combination of hardware and software. So we are the ones bringing smart home from premium to mass market. And needless to say, that Bisly systems integrate through open standards with all available hardware, and they work in perfect harmony with most smart home gadgets. This is an example of Bisly's functionalities. It's already a remarkable set, from heating, ventilation, air conditioning, light control, to even managing saunas, curtains, and shades. And this is just the beginning. Our development team is bringing new functionalities to the market each month. In case of offices, our focus mainly goes to lighting and ventilation control, with constant CO2 monitoring to provide cleaner air for your offices and meeting rooms. So with Bisly, you're able to save up to 50% of energy thanks to intelligent heating, ventilation, and lighting control. To sum up, we make saving energy simple because our systems are much more efficient and reliable compared to our competitors with less cost. Secondly, we've been able to reduce the integrators' pain by our single cloud platform and scan and connect hardware. The single cloud platform also assures that the system is always up to date because new updates are received automatically and remote access is always guaranteed. Last but not least, our intelligent software makes it sure that most savings are taken out of each installation always. This is Bisly. We make saving energy simple. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Erlen Sild, CEO and founder of Bugbox. Bugbox is developing fully automated edible insect mass rearing technology. It enables insect farmers to produce high-quality protein food products derived from edible insects more effectively at large scale, while using fewer human resources in a standardized process. Considering the growing population and shifting diets, more food calories should be produced. However, the current main calorie source, animal protein, is not sustainable. It requires large amount of land, water, and harms the environment. The food industry must use resources more effectively to ensure environmental sustainability whilst meeting the rising demands of growing population. Insect protein-based foods offer a high nutrition and more sustainable alternative to animal-based proteins. However, farmers are unable to produce insect-based protein efficiently at large scale, reasonable price, and consistent quality. The current production is labor intensive and requires extensive scientific knowledge to maintain an optimal insect rearing environment to produce high quality protein powder. The key solution components are fully automated mass rearing reactor control unit with sensors and self-learning IT platform. The key reactor control unit automatically executes the sensitive rearing process for crickets, ensuring optimal environmental conditions in the reactor without the need for human intervention. The self-learning IT platform collects and analyzes data from reactor sensors and downstream production units. It controls the full process with pre-programmed settings. In turn, the customer can monitor the production conditions and outputs using a user-friendly dashboard and control the process without extensive scientific knowledge. We are addressing the rising global nutrition demand and food shortage by increasing affordable nutritious food supply also for developing countries. Pakbox is offering a cheaper, meat-free and more sustainable animal protein source alternatives to customers, as Pakbox is 200 times more productive than manual rearing methods. Automations of manually incentive tasks will allow re-specification of employees and creation of higher added value jobs in an emerging edible insect industry. It is also lowering the carbon footprint of the food industry. Adhering to circular economy principles, as Pakbox sources green side products from local green food producers as feed and provides output leftovers as organic fertilizers. Moreover, the solution will also create quick ROI, maximum 1.5 years for insect farm with approximately 50 reactor units installed. Right now, we have several prototypes which will go through testing in different climates. Pakbox is initially targeting customers in the rapidly growing global edible insect market. The rapid growth is due to increasing consumer demand for more eco-friendly insect-based protein products. Secondly, Pakbox will target customers in an alternative protein animal feed market, companies who are looking for cost optimization and alternatives to land incentive plant-based protein feed. Yes, we are open for discussion and collaboration. Therefore, you are very welcome to visit Pakbox booth. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Carmen from CoNurse, and I will be introducing our core product, CoNurse. CoNurse is a digital health company building IT solutions for healthcare professionals and patients. The complex system of healthcare is prone to human error and can be positively changed with digital technologies. We're focusing on improving the guideline adherence to improve care quality, patient outcomes, and to reduce complications. We're working together with hospitals and healthcare professionals to build scalable solutions and provide real-time support for the users. Our team brings together international expertise from digital health, IT, health sciences, and marketing. We also tightly collaborate with nurses to meaningfully improve their experience in the front line. 4 out of 10 patients suffer an adverse event when admitted to hospital. Adverse events are unintended complications from medical care that can prolong hospital stays, cause permanent harm, and in some cases, such as mistakes during blood transfusions, even result in a patient's death. Moreover, they are the #1 cost drivers for hospitals. Their cost is expected to rise to 384 billion euros by 2022 for the European and US healthcare systems, highlighting the need for hospitals to significantly reduce them. Clinical protocols are designed to minimize these mistakes. However, the current guidelines are improving the content rather than delivery, and they can't be tailored to specific institutions. In fact, one of the main causes behind adverse events is failure to adhere to these protocols, as they're not accessible nor actionable at the point of care. Our solution, CoNurse, consists of a point-of-care mobile app for accessing nursing procedures and a content management system for hospital-specific content creation. CoNurse transforms clinical guidance to accessible and actionable step-by-step protocols In addition to medical staff and junior nurses, CoNurse can also be used by patients' family members and caregivers to support post-discharge care at home. CoNurse is a comprehensive safety net tool for all stakeholders in the care continuum. More difficult and longer procedures can have multiple scenarios. The step-by-step protocols in the CoNurse app can include videos, images, audio tracks, and questions, making even the most difficult procedures easy to understand for the users. Procedures can be guided either manually or by voice via Bluetooth headset, ensuring hands-free user experience and a real-time support for the users. We have paying customers and government-funded collaborations in 9 countries, where CoNurse is used to allow for more efficient onboarding of new staff, to reduce adverse events, and to include family members to facilitate post-discharge care. One of our clients is Clínica Nueva, a hospital in Colombia, where CoNurse is used in its Spanish version. There, our main aim is to make onboarding of new staff more time and cost-effective. And as an example, according to independent calculations from them, CoNurse could reduce nurses' onboarding time from 15 days to 3 days and the cost by 80%. We reach our customers through strategic partnerships, direct sales, and marketing. We're looking to collaborate with clinical partners such as hospitals, universities, service providers, distribution channels, and medical device vendors. I'm inviting you all to our booth to discuss potential collaboration opportunities.
Good day. My name is Dan Bogdanov, and I am the head of R&D at Cybernetica. Our company builds secure identity and data infrastructures for powering digital governments and companies. Today, I want to tell you that building reusable and secure service infrastructures means that in the future, you will always have a foundation to build new services on. And I will exemplify it with something that our country, Estonia, needed during the global COVID-19 pandemic. Many countries had to build testing and notification services for the pandemic. This included Estonia. For us, this meant that we could make use of our e-government infrastructure. X-Road is our platform which connects all the government agencies and hospitals. All the COVID-19 test results were collected over that infrastructure, meant that every test result became available in the electronic health record, both for citizens and foreign visitors. All transactions are digitally signed and encrypted so that they can be transferred over the UXP platform, which in Estonia is called X-Road. The X-Road philosophy is that all services are secure, meaning that all connections are digitally signed and encrypted, so every transaction can even be used in court as evidence. This allows you to secure even the most delicate e-health data. In the next step, this information was made available in the patient portal, where every citizen can log in to see whether they have contracted COVID-19 or not. And to ensure that it is only my own records that I will see, then we use digital identity infrastructure and an unclonable mobile phone-based authentication system-based split key. In my eHealth portal, I can easily access my coronavirus analysis lab results. I can also access my immunity passports. And thanks to the split key system provided as Smart ID in Estonia, we know that it will be only me who can access it. The service provider cannot clone my identity, nor can my phone be cloned. So that even when we needed to quickly launch something new, like the contact tracing system app in Estonia, much like many countries around the world, like Trace Together and so on, then it was immediately easy for us to connect this new app to that infrastructure to ensure that everybody who gets tested, their test results will automatically be available in the app. and they will be able to authenticate themselves and instantly confirm their diagnosis so that no fraudulent confirmations could be done. And all this was possible thanks to the whole infrastructure being there in place. Cybernetica is a company manufacturing such infrastructures for companies and governments around the world. Thank you very much.
Hello, and thank you for the opportunity to present Waldur, a cloud and HPC management platform that we are building. Before proceeding, let me tell you a couple of words about the organizations that are behind the solution. So this is a joint development between University of Tartu, which is located in Estonia in Europe, and it belongs to the top one of the world's most cited organizations. It's a relatively big university, so it has 18,000 people altogether. And it's also a founding member of the HPC, the National HPC Service in Estonia. University of Tartu is joined by OpenNode, which is a private company founded in 2011, and which is specializing in providing services on top of Waldur, in particular operations of the government clouds in Estonia as well as the Middle East. The domain that we're trying to address and improve is the high-performance computing. So high-performance computing is about delivery of services to the areas that need huge calculations or data processing needs. The factors why the HPC is growing quickly are multiple. From one side, these are investments into the technologies that generate a lot of data, like IoT, and from the other side, it's also the wider adoption of the AI as well as machine learning methods, which are very computationally intensive. Last but not least is the lower entry barriers to the HPC services that have resulted in the wider adoption of HPC across masses. So we have more and more users of the HPC every day. This has led to the situation when the HPC adoption is growing at a very quick pace. In particular, the forecast is that it will around almost double during the next several years. However, if we look at how the HPC services is typically delivered, we see that a classical model is used, where a standalone university HPC center or a separate organization is providing these services to its end users. Along with the HPC equipment, also application experts and user support is provided. And this is the part which we see is a problematic one. In particular, the investments in the systems as well as user growth outpaces by a lot investments in the support personnel, which means that without digitalization, it would not be possible to provide the same level of quality to end users for the HPC centers. So if we take a look at a concrete use case where Waldur is used, this is Lumi. It's a supercomputer co-funded by several European countries as well as European Union and built in Finland. So Lumi is servicing users from multiple countries in with very different backgrounds and very different expectations. So a traditional model would not make it possible for the operator of Lumi to actually satisfy all these needs. And that's where Waldur comes into play. So Waldur is a free and open source solution for building marketplaces of services as well as service delivery platforms for delivering such kind of services like HPC to users across very different backgrounds. Waldur is originating in a research infrastructure world, and as such, we understand very well the issues that the HPC customers get. So with using Waldur, they get a very quick and fully digital service delivery, which means that they can get their things faster done. HPC operators, on the other hand, can conserve the costs by getting the digital way of delivering the services from their side. And finally, Waldur is not just a technology, it also includes integrations with the existing research environments as well as ecosystems. For example, Puhuri from the Nordics, European Open Science Cloud from Europe, as well as DataSite, which is a global service for delivering of the persistent identifiers. We're looking for co-development partnerships. We would like to make sure that Waldur is the best solution in the world, and for that we need know-how and experience of other HPC centers. And from the other side, we want to make sure that the solutions that vendors are delivering are integrated with Waldur in the best possible way. So we're looking also for vendors of those solutions. Thank you very much, and I hope to hear from you.